Feeder roots. The little tiny ones. These are blueberry crossed with Afghani, and these are one of Nathan's strains. It's Obama Kush.
Nick Tennant teaches people how to grow marijuana legally.
Because if you guys notice, we were only turning on 1/600.
He's the 24-year-old founder of MedGrow Cannabis College near Detroit, Michigan, where students are learning how to make money in the fledgling medical marijuana industry.
People are coming here because they want a new opportunity. This is something that they can come into, they can leave with a trade, an education, something that they can start, and they can go out there and make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year.
Tucked into this suburban office park, students enroll in 6-week courses that cover legal issues, horticulture,
not all brownies and marijuana cookies and stuff like that anymore,
and even creating edibles from marijuana. A year ago, voters here approved Proposal 1, making Michigan the 13th state to legalize medical marijuana. And some saw a new business opportunity.
I just read about this a month ago, and I thought this would be a great opportunity, for a career, especially here in Michigan, as bad as the economy is. We need all the help we can get.
Under the law, any Michigan resident who files paperwork with the state proving a debilitating medical condition is protected from state-level prosecution. Those ill patients then hire someone to grow marijuana for them, what's defined by the state as a caregiver.
I'm looking to be a registered caregiver. My last job, I worked for General Motors, and that didn't work out. I never would have thought that they would even had a school to teach you how to grow medical marijuana. So it's almost, in a way, you can kind of say a dream come true for some people.
When you tip the plant over, it's like tying it down. When you stretch all the way out there, you're creating that hormone response in the tip, which makes the secondary growth go twice as fast.
The Michigan law defines boundaries for growers in terms of quantity and distribution, which is in contrast to looser laws in other states, notably California.
We have a patient caregiver system here, so which means that if you're a caregiver, you can have up to 5 patients, and you can receive compensation for your cultivation of medicinal cannabis to them. Rather than a traditional dispensary system like they have in California, we have a patient caregiver system here.
Patients can choose to grow their own marijuana, as well as take on the role of caregiver to other patients. Each grower is allowed a maximum of 12 plants per patient.
I pull dual duty here. I'm a patient, I'm a caregiver, and I grow my own for myself and my patient.
Brian Johnson recently took a course in Ann Arbor run by Oaksterdam, a California-based school that's expanding into the Michigan market.
We tried to do everything as safely as possible so we couldn't burn the house down.
Mr. Johnson specifically outfitted his suburban garage as a grow space.
I got to live with all this, and I'm not going to convert my living room into a grow room or whatever, because I live here. So how do you make this all work within your fabric, and not become the focal point of your house and the focal point of your life? And this is how you do it. But you're probably looking at about $15,000 in material alone. That doesn't include the hours and hours of labor and the extra labor I had to go through to make this a sealed room. But literally it's about $15,000 worth of equipment.
So far, 5,200 patients and 2,100 caregivers have registered with the state of Michigan. This is only the second group to enroll at MedGrow, and while there are clearly plenty of seats to fill, the owners say interest is growing.
I found this online, and it was kind of a joke at work that I was going to do this.
Sue Maxwell drives more than 4 hours to attend classes.
This is feasible. I could do this because I am a gardener, I am a baker. I'm looking at making the edible things for the patients that I will have because they'll be older. I am looking for a patient to designate me as their caregiver, and then that way I will have my caregiving card and it will allow me to grow. So it's kind of tricky. I have to find somebody after I finish this class to do that, to start everything, because I can't start until I get my caregiver card.
They got a board out there where people who need caregivers or patients, they can come in and write their information down so You do a little networking and you can contact each other.
Have you told your family?
I've told a couple of people in my family that I know I could trust.
When I list recipes in there, when I talk about them up here tonight, everything's going to be in your trim product.
The MedGrow classes cost $485, and Mr. Tennant is eager to expand.
I would like to see my business franchised or expanded through other states. It's really hard to tell and predict because we kind of know where this thing's going as far as other states in the medical marijuana business. And once we build our core business to a rock solid foundation, then we can look at means of expansion through other states.
And the time might be right for his curriculum. Neighboring Wisconsin is now looking at a medical marijuana bill similar to Michigan's.